Hello, everybody. I'm laying down here. Come chill with me for a little bit. I'm going to talk for a couple of minutes. Yes, this is a different video. It's lazy. Yeah, that's what you're here for. If you want hard work, you go to McDonald's, right? So this is me, Dale, the data obsessed fat guy. That's it's me. It's me. I'm just gonna speak very shortly about just a couple of things. I'm gonna have a. I think I am not only going to get a really good job soon, but that I'm going to actually like it, enjoy it. So previously, I've worked over the past decade various help desk and operation teams and IT support, and I've helped bring on new help desks. But I've normally joined desks that already existed and just worked as a regular agent. I've been a work lead, a supervisor, assistant to the manager, everything but management. I've been on the operations team, and I've done quite a bit. At every single job I've had, I've always received a raise and a promotion at least once for both. And this is for a company that is greatly expanding within the U.S. I don't want to say which one it is yet, because hey, what if I don't get it? And then, hey, too much personal info. I mean, I already put a lot of personal info out there. Y'all see my roles, y'all see my flap, but this is a little different. I'll go more into detail much further in the future once I'm cemented there and feel good about my position. But it's gonna be on an existing help desk. It's pretty small, and I'm gonna help to expand. I'm gonna be a part of it, but I'm gonna greatly help to expand it. And it's wonderful. It seems like I'm gonna be part of growth that I can actually benefit from for once. Because starting something from scratch, you just being part of something existing, you think there would be some growth there somehow. And, with the promotion, there technically was growth. But there's always a hard wall. There's always a ton of senior agents ahead of me waiting to move up. That's not going to be the case this time around. This company has such ambitious plans for growth, and based upon the field that they're working in, it looks like they could definitely hit their plans. I actually think they're going to actually outpace it, and that they're being a bit conservative so that hey, if something goes wrong, they don't look so bad. But if they hit their goals, I not only will receive a promotion within the next 5 years or two. I mean, it's gonna look like I'll be able to do it again, and not just promotion, but just having job abilities, duties that I care about. I love creating things. I love managing things. I love working with documentation. I love writing. I love scripting. One thing I don't love about my job are, the users, the people. Like usually in this type of job, most people that get it, their hobbies, their interests, they're not tech aligned. So everything they hate about the job, it's the computers, the tech, keeping to procedures. That's the part I love. The part that I don't like are the people, and they tend to like the people. Now, while I don't hate the people, and most people are pretty fine, what I dislike about people in general when having to support them, it's like the best way to say this is that they very there's a small subset of them that are not only the bigger problems, but these are the people that psych themselves out the most. Like everybody to some extent that's calling into a help desk or reaching out for support help, a big chunk of them, they have usually just scared themselves off on the issue. Sometimes it can be as simple as just looking down at your keyboard. Oh, I hit the caps lock key, and then just doing it. They see something that they're not used to seeing, and they immediately call for help. And it's great to ask for help, but I mean, if people didn't do that, I guess I would have never have a job. But it becomes so maddening just seeing how frequently and how often people give up the second something looks different. Like if Microsoft updates the way the Windows login screen looks to where they add a look just one extra triangle on the screen or something, people go nuts, even though nothing functionally changes and you can still click the same things. It's just they worry about the it just seems like they worry about the things that don't matter so much, and then they don't care at all about the stuff that does. Like they'll get an email sent to them directly from our security department as part of a phishing test. The word phishing test we've even put in the emails before at previous positions. they still just click on the links in it without thinking about it. They'll say, "Oh, for a promotion. Oh, for extended rewards or benefits or whatever." It's just, oh, you show these people candy and they just go and grab it. These people are little Hansel and Gretel's, and they don't. The IT department is just there to push the witch into the oven, and that witch is either their ignorance or what they're scared of, or sometimes it's time strapped. Because honestly, some of the people that call in, they are very strapped for time, so I can get that. There are a lot of people that could call in, send emails or chats, and you can understand where they're coming from. It's just this very small minority of people that call in frequently over and over for the same exact issue that makes things a bit maddening. That just makes you lose faith in humanity sometimes. And I'm going to get to escape most of that. I'm going to get to escape most of it. Oh, so that's great. Salary, I don't like tossing out numbers. It's not like I'm going to be rich, but hey, I'm going to be able to move. Uh, or maybe not. I mean, because even though this pays more than what I've ever made before, rent prices are going crazy in Detroit right now, as well as the suburbs and surrounding areas. People want $1,200 or more a month for a single bedroom house or apartment, and just this is nuts. Prices not necessarily have doubled. They've definitely doubled from when I was a child, but they have gone up. I mean, a house that would have had a rent of about 700 to 800 a month is at 1200 to 1500 a month, depending upon the area. I'm just like, damn, you are better off, much better off, just trying to buy, and I would prefer to buy. But then the house ownership prices are up. A lot of houses that should have cost between $40,000 to $70,000 are going between 120 to 190 now. And it's just by the time I get the money up for a down payment, it's just I predict it to be a 200 something thousand unless there's a market correction. Otherwise, the 20% down payment you will want for a house is going to be obscenely high. It's, it's like I never wanted to get a mortgage. I do prefer land contracts or just, being able to buy it outright, but that's going to take too much time in this market. So a mortgage can work. But I mean, bare minimum for a mortgage, if your credit's decent, 3.6%. And just 3.6% of basically a house that costs $200,000 that should only cost about 80,000. Oh, that's infuriating. I mean, you're gonna be dropping basically $7,000, getting a few grants and home and other things for the area based upon if you're a first time home buyer and location and all that. But 7,000, that's a 3.5, 3.6% down payment, and that's a little off. The math is a little off. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I always thought that if I ever got a mortgage, I'd be able to drop 20% or more. I know you seem like first world problems, first deal problems, problems that aren't even existing yet because I don't have the position yet. But it stays in my mind, and while this is something that's been weighing on me in both a positive and negative way, it's not the only thing. Wasn't always in a good place financially. 4 years ago, I had to declare bankruptcy, and got rid of a bunch of things. There was an issue with the land contract at the time. I had to leave that house because the guy said a lot of things verbally and would not commit to them on paper. And then he's lied multiple times recently, and I did not use every piece of evidence that I could have and should have used. Like, I record every phone conversation that I'm legally allowed to record in my state. I keep every text message. I have text messages back from when I had my very first phone. I got text messages going all the way back from 2009. I'm able to search and view them. I can prove dang near everything that I want. I just did not pull out all the stops for them. But I have to file an appeal because this dude started a small claims case against me on something that was discharged during the bankruptcy. But aside from that, I mean, it's not something to worry about because I realized I waited a bit late. I contacted my bankruptcy lawyers. They looked at the case. They looked at everything involving it. And yeah, this is something this guy should have went through the bankruptcy court to even do anything, but he wouldn't have had a case. So they're sending a cease and desist against him. But this guy is so fucking stupid. that he's probably going to go for it anyway. He's consistently done it. So while I do not wish the worst upon others, I am looking forward to when this dumbass goes for it, ignores the cease and desist, attempts to try to collect on a debt that was removed over some BS with him, and then we get to go take him before the bankruptcy lawyer, or before the bankruptcy judge, and just have him completely destroyed. He's that stupid, but yeah, I was just a little worried at first until it made no sense. I presented the bankruptcy to the judge, gave her their information, but I don't know what went wrong there. But maybe it's just not her prior laws, something that she's not used to. But yeah, the lawyer is contacting them as well. So looking forward to this. And my original retainer for the bankruptcy is covering this, so I don't have to spend anything out of pocket for any of this. But yeah, that is part of what's been weighing down on me, and that's part of why I was eating quite a bit more throughout the week. Just worry eating over stupid stuff. Because even if I lost it, because it wasn't even that much money I'd be losing, it's just who wants to pay money that you don't want or need to pay to somebody. So this is going to be taken care of. And if for some reason somehow this all falls through the cracks, it's not the worst thing in the world that could happen. I react very badly to bad news when I first get it, and just when a bit of time passes, relatively, I pick up on it really strong and come out through it better, come out of the other side much better. But I mean, that's about it for now. I know I haven't been showing my food directly or diaries. I know I pretty much let my Twitter die. My Instagram is pretty boring. Want to put more stuff up on here. There's a lot that I want to do with this channel. I just can't do most of it until after I move, to be honest. Because I like to cook. And not just, the ridiculous stuff that y'all see here, with carbonating and everything, having fun. I like to cook. And I want to share a lot more of my meals and recipes. I would like to food prep in a certain way. And while I am taking away out here by blaming my environment a bit, most of this still falls upon me. I could make this work better, but it's just I don't have, what is the word? I do not have the full inspiration to do what I desire here. So when you don't have inspiration, it's supposed to just work anyway. And that's something that I have trouble doing. That's something that's a bit tough for me. So I have to work on this. I really do. And it's not like I'm going to move out tomorrow. It's going to be months down the line, half a year to a year. So it's like, I can't just stay ridiculously fat that long. I've been alone. I've lived alone before. It's not like I magically just lost weight because I was out. I just feel I have the maturity and the mindset now to take advantage of being alone now. But I can't really say that that's true until I'm in a position, because I am the one that's still choosing to screw myself over. Nobody made me stop at the gas station and pick this up. But this is my absolute favorite pop. This is wonderful Detroit pop. You've probably seen it in other states. They took it away from us while I was in high school, and they brought it back here last year. And this has just been so nice, so calming. It's just been very nostalgic. I love pineapple orange pop from Faygo. I can carbonate my own stuff. I could even try to duplicate that taste if I bought certain syrups, but it's just nice having this bottle and getting it. So it's little creature comforts like that that I've been turning to, unfortunately, and just, you can see it on my skin. It's just, I'm breaking out. I'm gonna have to get back to this. My water's been very low the past week or two, so I'm gonna start correcting myself again. But I did definitely let myself go the past week. I exercised every day, did squats, rowing, all types of stuff every day. Didn't do my squats every day. The squat challenge, I am 1 day behind right now. So I'm just going to keep going, and on my rest day, which would have been coming up in a couple of days, that'll be the day where I get caught back up. So, hey, since I missed a day, and that counts as my rest day for it. So, figure this out. That's it, everybody. Thank you for listening to me ramble for 80 minutes, 9 seconds, 2 hours, 8 days, and an eon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.